Welcome back to Ready, Set, Sold. I'm your host, Bryan Vogt. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, I just want to put a plug also in some of the areas that we're at. We are on podcasts. Every show that we do is on a podcast. So, look, it happens. Sometimes you don't catch the first part of the show. You only catch half of the show. No problem. You can go to either Google Play or you can go to iTunes, and you can go simply listen to whatever segment you want to with Ready, Set, Sold. You can figure out the date. You can figure out the subject. If we had a guest speaker, everything's marked clearly so you can go and review it. Or maybe you heard it this time, but you want to listen to it one more time. That's not a problem. You can go back and listen to a segment. You can listen to the whole show. So it's designed, again, for value, to get this information out for people that are looking to sell their house and get top dollar and a fast sale. Also, we're on Facebook. Go to Ready, Set, Sold with Bryan Vogt and like us there. We would greatly appreciate that. And we have all other places you can go to. Yes, if you want to go to YouTube, and we have things on LinkedIn and Facebook also. So we're kind of everywhere, and that's really the point that we wanted to do. We want to get this information out. But one of the easiest ways to get really even more information is literally to get the book. It's absolutely free. Just go to readysetsold.org, not .com, readysetsold.org, not .com. Put a little bit of information in. We will send the book out free of charge. And it has this information I'm giving you now, but even more details. It goes even deeper into things that people really need to have so they can get the best price for their home. So now let's talk about one of the things that sometimes comes up that you need to be leery of. So now you're talking about pricing. What if you and your agent don't agree on the price? Meaning is that you want to have it at X amount of dollars, and your agent says, no way. My suggestion to you, and I mean this sincerely, my strongest suggestion to you is you probably have the wrong agent. We are here to give you information. We are to give you examples of your location, of the reasons why you may have success, to listen to your needs and your wants, and to help you make your decision. But ultimately, it's your house. And the reason why this becomes so important is that oftentimes, not always, but when you have this disagreement, understand that the agent is basically saying they don't believe in your house. I mean, they just don't. They don't think they can either get it, or they don't think your house is worth it. That can be a very difficult sell if you're now trying to get you top dollar. So the important part about it is if you don't agree, come to agreement, and they have pushback, it's time to look for another agent. Doesn't matter. Yes, it could be your cousin. It could be someone close to you. But it's so important because oftentimes what happens is you have two forces working the exact opposite. What you want is someone saying, okay, we're in this together. Here's the numbers we have for your location, but you feel that you can get better. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get you the numbers that you want, and let's move forward. And that's about as simple as that. Every time I've heard the story, usually it doesn't turn out well, that there's a dispute between the agent. The agent said, well, yes, I told you it was only worth X amount of dollars. Yes, I took the listing for this amount of money, but it's really only worth this, and this is what you're going to have to take. I had a situation I heard just the other day about someone talking about that they had an agent. They disagreed with the pricing. It just turned out, for whatever reason, that the price that eventually came in was much closer to what the agent said than what the seller wanted. And the seller got the distinct impression that it was almost like, I told you so. You know, I told you you couldn't make this amount of money. I told you couldn't do this, and I was right. Is that really the type of agent that you want to have working with your biggest asset? So, as I mentioned before, whatever that price is, whatever you came to a conclusion with, your agent should be able to take that and run with it and do everything they possibly can to get you what you're looking to do. It's a two-way street. You know, not only do we have to understand that, you know, the seller has their position, but if the agent signs on that listing, they have a responsibility, and this is my professional opinion, do everything possible to get the pricing that you want. And that's really important. So to kind of recap what we talked about, if you have a dispute, It doesn't have to be very much. If they just say, you know what, I don't think your house is worth X amount of dollars, well, they're probably telling you the truth. And that's probably how they're going to try to market your home. They're not going to be giving you everything that you deserve in the sale of your house. Because ultimately, this is your house. And if the agent signs on, just to reiterate, the agent signs on, then they have a fiducial responsibility to do everything possible to meet the needs that you want, not the other way around. With that said, we're going to be talking in the next segment even more information that you don't want to miss. You're listening to Ready, Set, Sold with Bryan Vogt. We'll see you again.